Diddy's team made the biggest mistake. They misspoke, so now the prosecution, the government, is able to admit evidence that Diddy's team has been fighting so hard against. They did not want these texts admitted, okay? And their texts and voice notes. So Diddy's team is saying that these texts are not relevant to the case, the time frame is different, blah, 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 right? They don't want these admitted. Well, now, okay, this just happened on Wednesday. The prosecution said, oh, now we actually can admit this into evidence because you opened the door. Opening the door means that there were certain things that were not allowed to be added or admitted into the trial as evidence. You can't just admit anything, okay? You have to prove that the evidence is relevant. However, Diddy's team made a huge mistake and they asked some questions on cross and they implied that the witness was lying, that she was basically giving this testimony because she wanted money. They were implying that she made up all of this after Cassie's lawsuit, okay? So the prosecution is like, since you brought up all of this and you imply that she's lying, you opened the door for us to admit these texts that she sent previous to Cassie's lawsuit, okay? These were texts that Diddy's team did not want admitted. They were fighting so hard because they knew that this would be incriminating, right? And everything has to be approved. You can't just admit whatever, right? But since they opened this door, now those texts can be admitted, okay? Cassie's lawsuit was November 2023. So now these texts can prove that the witness was telling the truth because she was talking about all of this stuff with Diddy way before Cassie's lawsuit, so the money had nothing to do with it. Because she took notes on her phone about how she felt. It was basically her diary, okay? And these notes, oh my God, Diddy's team did not want them to be seen. People that were in the courtroom said that his team was visibly shaken. Like they were like you could tell they were like, oh shit, like we made a mistake, like all of them. They were like, oh my God, we made a mistake. You know he's gonna kill them afterwards. You know, it's a multi-million-dollar team. He's spending so much money and you know Diddy's temper. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. I can do a longer video and explain if you want, but I just wanted to give you this quick update because this is major, because